Hello, this is Caroline, and I wanted to make a short video for you today to show you how I pinpoint the signals that I sent out to you. This particular signal was sent out last week, and I'll use that to explain how I pinpoint the signals, and then I'll show you how I pinpoint the signal for today. You see, when I pull up this chart, there is the first thing that I look for if price had been moving up is you're trying to see where the trend of that move will end, and where you can start looking for reversals in the opposite direction. In this case, I look for these pivots to print. There's a pivot high that prints, and then I would look for three different candlestick pattern after the print. So in this case, you could see that price print, that's 4 hours candle. The candle afterwards produces an inner bar. So I'm always looking for one, an inner bar, two, an inner bar, or a bearish engulfing pattern, a bearish engulfing candle in the case of a pivot high, or a pin bar. Those three different candles I'm looking for. So in this case, the next candle formed an inner bar. So because I'm looking to go short in this case, I'll be looking for price to break below the low of this inner bar. But 4 hours later, you can see that the next candle did not break below that low, instead forms a second inner bar. So therefore, it's usually the case that when this happens and there is a break below the low of the second inner bar, the tendency is that the move is going to be very strong. And as you can see here, this is what happens. I sent out the signals last week and also took the trade, made good monies, I believe, because I did. And so the first thing you look for is for the pivot high to print or pivot low to print. And the second thing you're looking for is those candlestick pattern. You're looking for an engulfing pattern, an engulfing candle, bearish candle, or you're looking for a pin bar, or you're looking for an inner bar. So in this case, we had an inner bar. And so this candle break below the inner bar, and you had the signals. It's a strong move here. I want to show you something else in managing your trade once the move has started. You see, once the first low print, some people usually wait for the first low to print, and then on the pullback, they will enter the trade. Look at what happens when you use Fibonacci's. I take my Fibonacci and I draw it from the high to the low that was print in that move. And what I want you to see is look at where price retraced to. Price retraced to the 50% of this move from the high to the low. So if once price hit that low, you were looking to go short again, you would have been looking to place your sell short around the 50% retracement. And as you can see, price fell off from there. Look at what happened again from that high to this low. You take your fib again. Let me just pick that one up. You take it from that high to the low. Another bingo. Look at where price retraced Price retraced from there to what again? 50% of that move, the high to the low. The high to the low. And you can see that's a beautiful way. Expert traders will say they just want to catch the 1/3 of the middle of a move. And as you can see, that gives you the second move gives you about 1/3 of the move from here to here. So you can draw up your strategy that you only want to take the middle part of a trend, and that will give you a significant increase in your profitability. And so in the same in like manner, let's see in a scenario going upwards, look at what happened after that move. The first thing that catches your attention is the print of the pivot low. This pivot low prints, and then you start looking for those 3 candlestick patterns. You can look for a bullish candle, or you're looking for a pin bar, or you're looking for an inner bar. Any of those 3 will give you the second criteria, will qualify for the second criteria. And the third criteria is, I always like when that entry, when the trigger happens for me, when this whole moving average changes from bullish to bearish, and in this case from bearish to bullish, that's turning from red to blue. And so when the trigger happens, when that candles pattern you find happens, if the whole moving average has changed from bearish to bullish, then you have an entry. So in this case, the first candle produced an inner bar, and in this case it breaks down instead of upwards. But you're gonna ignore all sell trades at this moment because you're at a point of reversal. So you ignore that one, and then you're looking. The next candle happens, opens and closes above. You can see it's even a gap, because that's, I think, a Monday or so. It gaps up, and hey, you're looking for 3 things. That's all. You're looking for 3 things. There is none of it here, so you leave it. And the next candle happens. Guess what you see there? You see an engulfing bullish candle. And so you can see at that point in time when that happens, you can see also that the whole moving average has turned from bearish to bullish. So you took your trade there, and your stop loss comes here, and there's the move upwards. Great trade there. So that's past. But now we are in the current market. You can see today is 22nd, and this is what I'm looking at currently right now. So your pivot has print. So you're looking for 3 candle patterns. You're looking for a bearish engulfing candle, a pin bar, or an inner bar. So in this case, the first candle happens. It's not a pin bar, it's not an inner bar, it's not a bearish engulfing pattern, the candle. The second 4 hours shows you that it's an inner bar. It closed below it closed inside the low and the high of the previous candle. So you're looking for price to break below this low to go short. That's the reason why I have taken a short trade. Hey, price, I don't know what it's gonna do, but usually when there is a minor pivot, you can see a smaller pivot shows up there. But when there's a minor pivot, it simply tells me that price is gonna hang around here for a while. So if that's happening, one thing you can do is close the trade. Second thing you can do is say, hey, it's part of trading. You just leave your trade and let it do. You can see what happens here. It stays here in this place for a full day before moving up. And then you can see a minor pivot happens there again. But again, you can see another minor pivot happens there again. Hey, and price moves up until major pivot prints. So these pivots are really, really important for me for in my trading right now, in managing my trades and targeting sometimes the profits. For example, if I took the trade here, this trade here, my trade, if it did not reach my profit target, I would have closed it at the appearance of this. And why do I do that? I wait for a pullback. When a minor pivot happens again, I just I just enter the trade to go long. It doesn't matter at that time, but at this point in time, I will take the trade to go long again until a major pivot happens. So that shows me, so I can use the pivots to manage my trades. I can use the pivots as target points, but they're usually where I start to look if I have to take a trade. I've taken this trade already. You can wait until price closes below this low, until price closes below, until this candle closes, then you can take a trade. That should happen in about 1 hour time, 2 p.m. Central European time is when this candle will close. So I'm producing this video right now at about going quarter to 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Central European time. So I hope that this helps you. Now, if you want to use these pivots, I can open a free account for you. You can download the MT4 from this company, and then you can use the pivots to do your own analysis. But my company, the company that I work with, they train you to trade to become funds manager and shows you how you can run your own Forex business. However, you have to pay. There's a cost to the training. The cost is about $900 and something. That's being explicit and open. There are others which are quite expensive. As you can see, I've been in the Forex market now for almost close to 8 years, and I've seen really expensive courses, and some are not expensive anyway. There is something else with this company. After you finish your training, if you can show progress in your demo account, not even a live account, in your demo account with them, they can monitor your demo account. And when you prove profitable, within a few months, you can get a trading account and funds to trade for this company. So the training is not expensive. I lost quite a lot of money. If I'd seen them in the beginning, that would have been a great for me. But in your case, if you want to put money in your training and maybe work with some people, experts in the field, it's amazing to work with other traders who know what they're doing. And so I'm going short already, and what you can do is wait after the close of this candle. If it closes below the low of this, then you can go short. So it's the same information I'll be sending out to my list right now. So as you watch this, at least you have an idea on how I look at the market and the reasons why I place my trades the way I do. So I hope that this information helps you with your own personal analysis. So if you want me to open an account for you, so you can download this particular MT4 software with these pivots, then you can send me and reply to the email. You can send me an email with your first name, your last name, and your email address. Just those information will be enough to open a free account for you, so you can have access to these pivots. So I hope that this helps you also with your trading. So if you need personal training, you can also send me an email, and we can organize something on Skype where I can show you my screen, and I have a software on my machine where I can share with you my screen, and I always do this personally. So if you want that, just let me know, and we can arrange something. So right now, I hope that this trade will lead to success for you. But I'm looking for my target to be around 9 to 69, and well, you never know what the markets might do. So keep your stop loss tight and trade based on your risk profile. So I hope this helps you out. Bye bye.